fix it. Or like something on my dress clothes needs work on. That's how I make do in life. You just learn as you go along. I'm not like Susie Homemaker. I'm more like Daniel Boone. He went through the jungle. Yeah, like when he had to get stuff done, he got them done and went on through life. So, sewing. Why is that important, and why do all of us need to know how? Because usually what I do when I have time, I just take my stuff to the tailor. Why don't you just tailor this, hem this? I'd be willing to pay $5. But what if it's 11 o'clock at night and you're on a nice date and you're at the Kaufman Center and your pants just like tore and you're like, what do I do? Like, I'm just like lost because like my date is gonna look at my pants and say, what a slob, like how does this work out? And so I've read a lot of different magazines such as GQ, which I don't rely on, but there are some that suggest, hey, why don't you keep like a few sewing things in your car? Actually, in your car. I'm serious. And you ask why, but like those things could happen to you. It happened to one of my friends, and he was just lost, and so I had to help him out and sew up his pants. No, really. He came to my house, and he was ready to go out for the night, and I was studying, and like his pants like tore from here to here. Ooh. And I was like, dude, you can't go anywhere. You've got to drive 30 minutes home, or you got to give them to me, and I'll hem them up for you. So here we go. Hemming is quite easy. It's really not that difficult. It really is not. The most difficult thing is the knot. That is the most, if you know how to do the knot, you can do almost anything. Because you're just stitching it up. You can always ask the tailor to redo it or whatever. But this is really only for emergency situations to where it is really necessary. It really is. I'm serious. These things are really necessary in life because you really don't want to look like a slob. You really don't. That would kind of not be good. So anyway, you have a needle. And, you know, my thought is the bigger the hole, the better. Because I'm not, like, I understand that small needles are better because they actually make a smaller hole in the thread or in the fabric. But I really don't care. I just want to be able to get this small little thing through here. So let's give it a shot. What I do sometimes is I lick it so that it's straight and try to fit it through, which is obviously the most difficult part. Ha! Okay, here we go. Okay, so now you have it, right? You've got the needle and you've got the thread. What you have to do is you have to double it up. Because when you double it up, it's stronger and it won't tear again. So you double it up and make sure that it's somewhat even. And this is even enough. Now, the knot is the most amazing thing I've ever learned in my life about sewing. And my sister, who's in high school, taught me because she's going to Iowa State to learn how to do this stuff. So, no, really, she is. But anyway, so what you do is you take your rope, you wrap it around your finger twice or 3 times. Then what you do is you just roll it. And you just roll it on top of itself. And once you roll it, it looks like that, and you find the edges of it. So once you find the ends, I know it's difficult to see from where you're standing. But what you have to do is you have to find the end and pull it through. So I believe we have it. Here we go. That's not the most neat knot, but you see there's a knot. And that's what we need. You just need a knot. It doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. You just need a knot. So then we have pants. And I'm going to hem pants. Usually hemming is not like an emergency situation, but this is the only thing that I had torn. So I'll just give you a small demonstration. And what you have to do before you do anything is you have to turn it inside out, because what's showing on the outside has to be different than what's on the inside. If you sew it from the inside, then you'll have the knot on the outside. So you have to turn it inside out. So here we go, we're turning it inside out. And there we go. You see how it's not hemmed? And it just, all it needs to do is just be peeled back and sewn. So where did my thread go? You see, I'm really not an expert at all. I'm really more of a novice. But it doesn't matter because you're only doing something so simple that even like a monkey could do it. No, really, I'm serious. So what you do is you take the thread and you just put it through, and if you start where the hem is or where the seam is, it's stronger when it goes through. And Susan can back me out a little bit. So anyway, you put it through, and you take it all the way to the end, and you see that knot on this end right here really holds up, and it doesn't look the most pretty, but it's going to work. What you do is you take it and then you make the smallest stitch you can on the inside, because that's the parts that's showing. So you make a small stitch and you come all the way through, and then on and on you go throughout the entire pants. Throughout, just go all the way around it. There you go. But really, tears can happen anywhere, and it takes you by surprise. So I would really, really, really recommend having something close by, like in your car or something, and that's really not a bad idea. It's actually a good idea if you're out on town and you want to enjoy life without like worrying about like stitches or whatever. So anyway, take that to heart, and good luck sewing.